Bourgeoisie. Honors to the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America Moorish Divine National Movement, founded by our prophet, the prophet of the Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius return, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to his forerunner, the John the Baptist return, Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, the founder of the UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association. A man with no nationality is like a tree without roots. That's just me unfolding. Those aren't the exact words of Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay. No past, no history, no nothing. Silent dead. Something like that. People get off on the topic of today to explore their thinking and wanting to change and do better. But this goes out to the people who don't want to change and don't want to do better. We tend to pacify the people who don't want nothing for themselves and try to put our lives in jeopardy behind their way of thinking and keep on helping them. If a person can't be helped, you must let them go free. Me personally, in my younger years, I was one of those ones. But until I got an actual taste of reality and life itself, I learned to, graduate my thinking through my experience, because experience is the best teacher. When you understand conditions, and when you understand conditions and certain things that goes your way, and you wonder how you're being pacified, you're still trying to go through life and still trying to be a man, be an adult, or be a woman and be an adult, instead of being a boy or being a girl, we tend to lose sight of what our true purpose is. And this is why the show is called Silent Death. Because internally we're killing ourselves with someone else's way of thinking. And the reason why I say that, because everything we read and everything we touch, it has some type of, a little bit of truth, but the falsehood seems to be tweaked in the way, in the eyes of the powers that be, so that way we can be subservient and go along with the program. And I'm gonna give you one example. When people found out on September 11th what was happening, and the so-called terrorist attacks was an inside job with the Rothschild Rockefellers, and they told the Jewish people not to attend work on September 11th, they said we're going to put it upon Muslims and Saudi Arabia, Osama bin Laden and all this other stuff. And it was all actual, fabricated, false, because there was no link and no connection with it. They dropped the Holy Quran in the car in the LAX or New York airport or wherever the case may be. They found all these links, and supposedly, you have to understand, all this stuff is being planted. So when they saw a Muslim with turbans on their heads, what did the common people do? They reacted. The people who reacted started beating up Muslims who had turbans on their head and make it seem like they had to do with the so-called terrorist attacks, and all these particular Muslims that were practicing Islam were being terrorized by the media, and the media is the one that was dictating to the people how to act, how to think, and so on and so on. And this is what's called fake news and indoctrination. People don't understand what people put on the media. This is what the people believe. But there's a movie called The Long Kiss Goodnight with Samuel L. Jackson. Y'all can check that out, because it talks about how they were planning to take down the Twin Towers, which was an inside job anyways with the United States government corporation. And they say, you mean to tell me that you're gonna blow up take down the World Trade Center, and then you're going to blame it on Muslims? He said, yep, that's the plan. Those are not those exact words, but it's sort of long kiss goodnight. And this is where they were talking about how it was going to be an inside job. So they always, Hollywood tend to have a strong connection with the powers that be, the Jewish synagogues of Satan, the Masonic order, and so on and so on. But when we start understanding where indoctrination comes from, we need to understand what group terrorized who. Who terrorized who first, and who deserves, oh my stars and crescents, is hailing. Wow. No umbrella. Okay, alrighty then. So, what my brothers and sisters out there need to understand is that just because the media says something, it doesn't mean it's accurate. For instance, when people say that, oh, you know, a person's acquitted of all charges, what does the word acquitted mean? Are people actually looking up behind the scenes of what's really going on, and then certain things that's coming out about this person that are not true, not accurate? And there's a lot of people who got receipts to actually vouch for this person, that they're the ones who are not like that. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really be careful how we accept slander and how we accept and we believe it. And we don't have the factual receipts ourselves. We don't have the proof ourselves, but we're just going by hearsay. Well, you know what they say about hearsay in the court of law? Hearsay is naysay. Oh my God, it is raining, yo. Man, it's rain and it's sunshine outside. I can't believe this. I've seen this before. Typical Cali weather. But, yo, back to what I'm saying. My brothers and sisters fail to understand there's two sides to a story. Just like there's two sides to a coin. There's two scales on the scale. Everything is based upon its duality. No triune in one demonstration for both sides. That's not how it works. It's not how life works. Everything revolves around the two. Masculine, feminine, good, evil, left, right, left, etc., etc. When we start understanding these conditions, and when we start understanding how manipulation goes to scorn someone and tear someone down, it not only takes away from their spirit emotionally, but physically, but also mentally, which is also a behavior of narcissism of the powers that be, who are the so-called white power structure. When we understand how the manipulation come about and how the group of people who are governing, who accept titles that are misnomers, that has no connection to their nationality whatsoever, and then you talk to a bunch of Europeans who are from Europe, and they say, I'm not white. So what about these people who are from Europe who they call themselves white? So we already understand that there's two different types of group of people who are of European descent. Just like we're understanding there's two different types of people who are Asiatic. One people call themselves black, and the other one who don't call themselves black. And the other ones who are just straight mentally challenged, or should I say mentally impaired, who are from Africa and they call themselves black. Like, I don't understand that. I can never understand how people can call themselves something and they don't even bother even looking it up in a dictionary. They don't even look at what the characteristics of this title means or this word means. They don't even know the parts of speech of these things, or thus and so, thus and so. So if we do not understand what words mean, then why are we accepting things that don't make sense? Why are we accepting things that we have no knowledge of? I'm gonna go there for real. How, and I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. How are people gonna call themselves Puerto Rican, but they fail to understand the meaning of the word Puerto Rican or Puerto Rico? Oh, your people are black and Puerto Rican. Oh, that's your nationality, huh? Oh, you guys, you just lost You just lost. You lost the war because, number one, anyone who studies and knows that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, which means it's under democracy, under the stronghold of the Roman Catholic and the Vatican Church, of the pale-skinned nations of Europe who are governing this portion of the United States of America at this time. If we understand the characteristics of a port or harbor, we know that's not alive. It's not, nothing is dead. It's made by hands of men, and it has no life. So if it has no life, that means it's dead. So people say Puerto Ricans are black, you're being redundant, which means that it's dead. Puerto Ricans are dead. You can take this as slander, you can take this as haters all you want. Do your homework, do your research. I'm giving you the tools. I'm giving you the references. I'm giving you the receipts. I'm giving you the Carfax. Facts like F-A-C-T-S. Not facts like F-A-X or whatever you want to, however you want to call it, how you want to change your consonants and your vowels around. If you're dyslexic like Eminem, I don't know. But that's on you. But you cannot sit here and call yourself something that you're not. If you gonna look at the group of people who call themselves Puerto Rican, and you look at how hospitable the good brothers and sisters are, and how they are loving and kind and want for the brother and sister as they want for themselves, and they're willing to help out the people, that doesn't mean that they're black. It means that they're white, because they have a pure heart of innocence. The pure heart of innocence goes back to the people of Africa, wanting for their brothers and sisters as you want for yourself. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Do not want on others as you want done unto you. That is what being white is about. It's a adjective, which is a description of a behavior. So anybody who is black or African descent is not an American citizen, according to the Dred Scott decision, March 6, 1857, has never been overturned in Illinois in Supreme Court justice. Therefore, you think you know what you talk about, family, but you don't. You got to do the homework. I can't tell you what to do and how to think. You got to do the thinking for yourself. And I'm saying this because I'm saying that out of love. And guess what? I had to suffer these things too, as a so-called Negro, black and colored, Puerto Rican, Latino, Chicano, Hispanic, so-called, right? So you keep thinking that Puerto Rico is a nation, and you look it up in the United Nations, you're going to be very upset. Don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot the person who is governing. Shoot the people who are governing and creating all this chaos. The 13 family bankers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. I said before. But Rothschild, Rockefeller, yeah, they're the ones. Yeah, I'm going to be real with you. Everything that comes out of my mouth, and if I have to play back all my shows, and I said, oh crap, I made a mistake. For instance, I made a mistake, yo. I said corrected, my fault. Your brother man Moore's life is wrong. I said in one of my past shows that the penny is facing the same way as the 50-cent piece that John F. Kennedy's on. That's it. Incorrect. Your brother's wrong. I stand corrected. I was wrong. Actually, Kennedy is facing the same way as Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, all those pieces, yo. Only one who's turning the opposite way is Abraham Lincoln, and he's on the copper penny, which is relevant to the 1828 dictionary. This is the connection. Watch this. The 1828 dictionary says copper skinned people or Americans. 1828 etymology dictionary. So who's copper skinned? Well, it couldn't be the Europeans. It couldn't be the colonists. Couldn't be them. Nope. That's too far-fetched for me. That's one big pill I can't even swallow, because guess what? It doesn't belong in my system like pork. You eat the scavenger, you become the scavenger. You take upon a scavenger's teachings, you become the scavenger. And you have deflected your way of thinking from the first master to the second master. And therefore, you don't do no thinking because you can't save yourself, because you're caught up in the swirl of a whirlpool of someone else's indoctrination, because you cannot fail to look anywhere else. I'm telling you from my perspective of how I used to think as a young child, as a young teenager going into my early 20s and so on and so on. Now as I've grown, I've matured, I've evolved my thinking, I put two and two together. You cannot sit here and try to tell me. I guarantee you, if I master Spanish right now, and I could tell you certain words that don't mean what these words are meaning right now, people will get mad at me. They'll fight me with two and two. We'll go boxing. They'll get laid out real quick. Ones will hate me. And it's happened before. And this is what I said on the bus one time. I was talking to one of my buddies. We're chilling right on a bus. I said, Latino Chicano Hispanic is not a nationality. And he was looking at the so-called Latino Chicano Hispanics on the bus. They were getting mad. But it's the truth, though. Why would I lie? Why would I lie to deceive the people, yo? Why would I lie? Why? There's no point. There's no point of lying and deceiving. No point. Why? Where does it get you? How does it make you a better person? How do you grow? How do you rest at night? How are you able to eat and hold down food and all you're doing is lying and deceiving? Well, you know what they say, you are what you eat. If you eat the pig or the bottom feeders, then you become what you eat. A swindler, a liar, a deceiver, a deceptor. You're a transformer, you're a Decepticon. It's like these transgenders, Decepticons. They confuse themselves. They don't even know if they want to be men or women. You a woman, but you got a extra piece of tool between your legs. But you dress it up like women, and then you got these men checking you out though. Something wrong with that picture. You got a bass in your voice, and you got a big round rock in the middle of your throat. Oh my gosh. Well, there's some issues there. People gotta stop being what they're not. If you gay, you gay. If you lesbian, you lesbian. Okay. There's no such thing as transgender. You can't change your gender. You can't do it. It can never happen. There's no such thing. Either you're masculine or you're feminine. Take your pick. Take your choice. Until the brothers and sisters start understanding what's truly going on, and you will truly be lost in the sauce. But again, this is not slander. This is not defamation of character. I am all for what Donald Trump has to say about transgender entering the Olympics. And why would you put transgender in the Olympics from a person who is supposedly, allegedly transformed from a man to a woman, but she is boxing a she in a boxing ring? Does that make sense to you? But you're going to put a transgender in a woman's bathroom, and this one's not a woman, and you got women, and you got young girls up in there. Is that good behavior? Is that logical thinking? Maybe they should just create a bathroom for just transgenders only. That just makes common sense. They got one for the men, they got one for the women, and they got one for transgenders. Perfect. That way it solves a problem. They can go play with each other. I don't know. Do your thing. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes your elevator rise, whatever floats your boat, whatever you stroke your manhood or whatever, hey, do your thing. You guys do it to each other, y'all sodomize each other, so be it. That's your thing. I don't want no part of it. It's already bad enough that they're indoctrinating the children to talk about, oh yes, you can pick your sex if you like. No, you cannot. Your sex has already been identified at birth. You can sit here and try to amend your birth certificate or whatever. I don't care. And we got somebody in the chat. Why would you put your children in that situation? Islam! Brother Fred Hinkle. Islam. I agree with you. It's honest to you, Islam. Heaven high, brother man, holler heaven high. Yes, why would you put your children in that situation? Why would you put your children in a situation that you already know that the school system's already messed up as it is? They were indoctrinating your children and they're teaching your children otherwise. Why would you put your children in that situation? Good question. You have a gay lesbian friend, but you rather have your child who is straight, like mother and father, and have them babysit your child, and all of a sudden, here comes the molestation. Why would you put your children in that situation? My brother man, thank you for sharing your experience. Oh, I'm pretty sure almost everybody experienced what I have experienced to a certain degree, but nevertheless, I don't hate the LBGTQ alphabet gang. I just don't like their actions and how they parade themselves in front of children, which is inappropriate behavior. I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe my child mother swings both ways. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. Because you know why? It doesn't matter. Do I care what she do? No, I don't. Do I care if she keeps her household clean? No, I don't. Do I care about the children? I care about the children. I'm out of pocket if I say something. But another thing about Jezebel mothers who don't keep their house clean and their children got a saggy diaper on. See, that's a poor excuse. See, mama need to get beat with extension cord, with arms out like the crucifix and one leg up for 2 hours and get beat. That's what I'm thinking. Shoot. Cleanliness is next to Allahness, godliness, and dirtiness is next to what? Demonic evil. Okay, enough said. Somebody has to stand up for the children. Yes, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a chance we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true that we make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Yes. Brother man, Fred Hinkle. Honors to you. Infinite peace and blessings to you and your family. I pray that you are chosen, my brother, man. I got to give a shout out to all my so-called white people, Caucasian, Europeans out there, you know what I'm saying, who stand up for injustice, and the ones who's beat the crap out of the Ku Klux Klan, yo. I praise Allah for these Europeans who are on the side of the so-called Negro blacks and colors who can't stand for the injustice. Praise Allah for them. Them ones. I got love for them. They will greet you. They're hospitable. They're loving. They're kind. They don't take their so-called white ego to the head, and they're against the injustice. And they are, excuse my language, but these are the exact words. When they say Ku Klux Klan, they say fuck them. They should all die. I am right with them, 100%. Somebody needs to stand up to injustice. And I'm gonna be honest with you. We got ones who are Moorish Americans. I'm going to go there. Who are allegedly sovereign. And this is why my show is the way it is. Because guess what? I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about the Puerto Ricans, the Costa Ricans, Latino, Chicano, Hispanic. If you are a rapist, you don't need to be around nobody. You need to be by yourself. You need to be with other rapists. So that way y'all can do your thing. Whether you so-called Latino, Chicano, Hispanic, Black, so-called African, whatever. Y'all need to be by yourself. Y'all need to be tainting nobody. Y'all need to be raping no children. Y'all need to be, some of y'all is the offspring of the slaveholders too. So yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to call the facts what it truly is. I'm not expecting no kudos from nobody, but I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to spread injustice and stomp on it like a scavenger. I'm gonna stomp on that for real. Because see, my thing is this: I don't like people who are bigots. I don't like people, and I can't say racist because it takes a lot of money to be racist. That's number one. Number two, I can't stand bigots. I can't stand them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because guess what? They show favoritism. When the so-called white boy is losing the tug of war, and the so-called black child's winning, they're gonna move the line a little bit so that way the so-called white child wins. See that? You see that this racism thing that's been going on. You throw sand in my sister's eyes, best believe, or my brother's eyes, and I don't care who you are, whether you be pale-skinned European, black, or whoever, what your nationality is. I'm gonna take some sand and throw it in your eyes. See if you like it. That's how I roll. I'm about that life because I'm Brother Man Moore's life. This is what I do. This is what I'm truly about. See, y'all can sit here and say, oh no, you Brother Moore's life, you're just so radical. You're just so militant. You need Jesus. You shoot. You look who's talking. No, I need Jesus. Shoot, you don't know Jesus. Man, excuse me. This is impersonation of the Messiah. Excuse me. Can you please not do the sacrifices in my Father's house, please? Can you please not do that? Can you please do that elsewhere? Day 1, day 2, months go by. Excuse me. I asked you nicely not to do these sacrifices and taxes in my Father's house. All right, months go by doing the same thing. Okay, enough is enough. Y'all get out. Turning over tables, flipping tables over. Get out. Taking a whip and beating the crap out of them. Get out of my Father's house now. Get out. I told y'all stop doing these sacrifices and counting all this money in my Father's house. Get out. See, that's Brother Jesus right there. Flipping over tables. See, Jesus means justice. That is the truth. And no, Jesus, Yeshua, peace and blessings be upon him, is not a pale face. He is Asiatic. He had hair of white wool and feet of fiery brass, skin of fiery brass, and eyes like fire. Call the facts what it is. Well, I'm just going to be real with y'all. I can't sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell the truth like it is. This is what your Brother Man Moore's life is all about. I got 3 people watching, plus 3 additional people who are just chiming in. And I got 2 likes. Praise Allah. I'm going to tell y'all something about the likes. I'm not like the other content creators. Nothing personally against them. Yeah, could you hit that like button? Maybe get 10 likes, 10 likes, 10 likes. Okay. I need 300 more likes, 200 more likes. Okay. You guys are sounding like you guys are auctioning likes or something like that. Okay, do your thing. Me, if I ever do another show again, whenever I do another show again, if I get 1 like, I'm okay with that. I'm fine. 2 likes, fine. If I get more likes, appreciate it. There's no compulsion here. Call the truth what it is. Call the facts what it is. Why would you sit here and try to waste your breath and try to say, come on, man, hit that like button? Let's not throw shade at the other ones. I'm not going to do it. I refuse, because you know why? This particular platform talks about all types of people from all over the world. They're in their evil ways, their King Archelaus, son of Herod ways, and their sisters with their Jezebel ways. Man, these people are reckless drivers, yo. I'm about to retire on my driver's license. I swear I am. They are just making illegal moves, man. Gosh. Whew. Injustice is injustice. But I'm just here. It's one thing I'm not going to do, family. And I'm not going to go on someone else's channel and talk bad about someone else. Let them do as they must. That's why I say, I don't care who it is. I don't care what channel that I be watching or I subscribe to or whatever. If they're doing wrong, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to let them reap what they sow. It's a thing called self-snitching. You don't snitch on yourself when you have your YouTube channel. You broadcasting your face and putting it live, and then you got people harassing you. Hey, I just choose not to show my face because I gotta remain circumspect. I gotta remain honest with myself. I gotta protect myself. I got family. Alright? I mean, hey, this wonderful image that you see right here, yes, that's really me. Yeah. And I can tell you a lot about that image, but me and my brother, man, we're talking about writing a book about the Crusades. The first Crusades, yo. The first Crusades, for real. And this is all about what happened in Iberian Peninsula of the pale skin nations of Europe, and how we were outnumbered 10,000 European Roman soldiers of Spain versus 7,000. Yeah, that's right. I said 7,000 Moorish soldiers coming out of Al-Maghrib, the Kingdom of Morocco, and the Empire of Morocco, which is here in the United States of America, aka the Turtle Island. Woo! Turtle Island. Yes, United States of America is an island. Why? Because the parts of speech says noun. It's a noun. Person, place, thing, or idea. It's a place. I know that woman. She looks familiar. That's not her. Oh, anyways. So basically, this is what the truth says right here. Boom. There we go. An island of Islam. Islam, the land that is surrounded by a body of water. Land or continent is surrounded by a body of water. That is an island. So is the United States, North, Central, South America considered an island? Yes. There's the proof for the children right there. Well, family, this is it for me. I'm about to cut out. I'm about to check out like a library book. That's what I'm about to do. Because guess what? I got things to do. So thank you very much for tuning in. For all the giving your feedback, Brother Fred Hinkle. Frederick Hinkle. I'm just playing. Brother Fred Hinkle. Well, we got all these wonderful people in the chat who are very, very shy and don't want to speak, and it's all good. I respect that. And all those people who are watching, who are enjoying the show, I might bust a little jokes here and there, but I refuse to. Sometimes it's not worth it. But we gotta take accountable and protect our family by all costs. I'm gonna give you all a scripture in the Al-Quran Al-Karim, the Holy Quran in Mecca. It says in Al-Nisa 4:34, husband must protect his wife. Well, if you're protecting your wife and your children come for your wife, that means you're protecting your children too. Islam, peace and love. I pray that whatever trials and tribulations you're all going through, I pray that y'all conquer in the name of peace. Islam. And I'll close us out with the Moorish Maker prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Ameen. And I will be tuning in tonight after 7. After 7. Look for it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you want to get more info on the channel. Also, if anybody want to reach out to me, I got some merch coming up. I'll put it in my shorts. Moorish flags, American flags, you know what I'm saying? You know, those type of things. Yes. Moorish.life@yahoo.com. That's my YouTube. So reach out to your brother, man. To all those brothers and sisters out there who are desiring a relationship. I got all kinds of stuff on my channel about relationships. Why a boyfriend girlfriend is not a relationship, and we will discuss that on a new day. So peace and love, Islam. Peace and love to all. Whether you life is kind of like upside down or not, But you gotta go through the trials and tribulations to be the truth, family. So that way you can be the beacon light and assistance for other people. Islam. Peace and love.